automation is fantastic, but as much as you have automation and bots and all of that stuff, people interact well with other people.
Hi, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the High Level Spotlight Sessions, where we showcase awesome marketers doing awesome marketing. Today, I'm joined by Campuzano, who's the founder and CEO of Dedicated Office. She has been supporting marketing agencies on the back end for like 20 years now. Is that right?
Yeah. We are a full service inbound and outbound center in business for the last 20 years. So we have quite a bit of experience. And,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, thanks so much for coming on the show, first of all.
Thank you for having me. It's a pleasure. Excited.
So we're excited to speak with folks like you and what you're doing, because as we go further with AI, we're very excited about what we can do with automated booking flows and things like that. But at the end of the day, there's always a point where AI can and will break down. And so it's obviously important to have humans there ready to answer the call, answer the chat, whatever that may be. And so Dee's company has been doing this for, I don't know, have you supported thousands of agencies at this point?
I'd say so, yeah.
So how did you get into this? Did you have an agency at one time or a business?
So I started, before I was in the call center space, I was in martial arts, which I'm still in also. And then 20 years ago, there was just a need for kind of more of a virtual office, an opportunity for businesses to operate in a more professional way. And so we came up with our concept and have developed it over the years. So we, in the past and historically, were always hired by the company for the most part, the small business, to follow up on their Angie's lists or their home advisor leads, to call any leads, to make sure that their SEO wasn't wasted, because we'd answer calls and qualify leads, book appointments, provide reception, customer service, and sales support. And in the last 5 or so years, we really started establishing strong relationships with marketing agencies and became a retention tool for them. Because the pain point for most agencies, which we all know, is that the client, the small business, doesn't always have the resources or the skill set to follow up effectively on leads, and they're not diligent about it. So to solve that problem, I feel like a lot of agencies invested in training the staff of their clients. So they're investing tons of time teaching them how to use HighLevel, teaching them how to follow up and have those conversations and reach out to people who have opted in. So we've eliminated that pain point by bridging the gap and filling that need. So now we're being engaged through marketing agencies so that we can support the client, and we get white labeled and bundled into the offering so that an agency can provide a done for you service that includes calling, qualification, and appointment setting.
So after all this time, I'm sure you have some amazing case studies, but what are the sort of typical results that you see once you guys start engaging with a business that wasn't, let's say, answering in a timely manner before?
I mean, immediately they get more business. So they it's kind of eye-opening to see what opportunities hadn't been seizing all along. And so by following up on leads, they're able to see the quality of the leads and the potential with their marketing dollars. Because marketing dollars are only as good as the follow-up or the person answering the phone, right? So so they're able to see the potential for growth because we're actually booking appointments and getting them jobs. And we really like to display the whole cycle from hiring your marketing agency so they know the dollars invested there, and then how many leads are generated, which is all attributed, and all the credit goes to the agency for that. We follow up so we can show the 20 to 40, sometimes 50 or 60% conversions. And then at the back end of it, we like for them to kind of showcase what their wins were, so what their sales were, so that you can really see that actual ROI on their marketing investment. So it's a game changer. We have some great stories and case studies and testimonials from our clients who they don't like being on the phone. Most people are in business to do what they want to do. And
Mhm.
so all of the follow-up and all of the, lead nurturing that we do is so great to help them grow their business. But then also in their day-to-day as an inbound center, we alleviate a lot of burden of having to answer calls, speak to customers, speak to leads, and the potential of losing opportunities because they can't answer the phone because it's an HVAC contractor or a painter or a roofer or even a mortgage or insurance guy who's on the phone all the time. They're losing opportunities when they don't have a great resource for communication.
Yeah, I mean, I think thinking back to the days when I was running operations of an agency, we always loved the idea of having the support, but every time we tried to engage with sort of a call center or something similar, we always found that they were very rigid in their requirements. And so it wouldn't match with our customers because it was like, no, we don't want to use your crappy system that was built in the 80s. Like, we want you to adapt to ours. And they were very reticent to do that. But looking at your site at dedicatedoffice.com, your services are crazy. So it's not only, answering phones, but you've got scheduling, CRM entries, order taking and sales, Facebook ad follow-up. How are you guys able to do so much of this when, again, my memories from the industry are, it was very rigid, no, we answer calls that you forward to this number and that's it.
Yeah, no, you're spot on to what the industry offers. And that's why we've been different, and that's been our differentiator. And I know owners of call centers who just nobody can figure out how we do what we do, but we've cracked the code and we have a great culture and a great staff who's so dynamic. So we do all those things, and that's what sets us apart. And that's why our retention, I have clients over 15 years because we assimilate into their business. We do everything the way that it needs to be done to set them up for success. So if that means learning their business and product line, we'll do that. If that means learning, going in and booking into their CRM, for example, even with agencies, I'll just pick HVAC. If they're booking for an HVAC client, we'll do everything in HighLevel. We'll manage their conversations. We'll move their pipeline stages. We'll follow up with leads promptly. But we also go into Service Titan or House Call Pro or Jobber, and we go and book in their calendar and their CRM, putting their service techs on the job so that we stay in line with their processes and we don't burden the business owner. So our concept has always been to customize and assimilate into the business so that we literally become an extension of their office. And so we do that even for agencies in building their client base. So we do all of the follow-up for client acquisition for agencies. What's really cool about that is that as an agency, when you're prospecting and marketing and we're following up promptly on the lead and we're engaging with that business owner and taking them through our qualification and scripting process and seamlessly getting them onto a demo, that's the first kind of example of what it's like when you offer a done-for-you service. So the same process that got that business owner with the agency owner to engage is what the agency owner will offer the business owner in acquiring customers for them. So it's kind of cool. It all goes for full circle.
It's very cool. And has the consolidated communication of HighLevel made it easier to work on HighLevel accounts as opposed to some of the other?
Yeah, HighLevel is a game changer because it gives us an omni-channel approach. We get instant notification when a new lead comes in, which we love. It allows us to keep our average response time to 5 minutes or under. And then having the ability to text and have the emails integrated and have all of the campaign automation set up by the agency makes it so seamless and effective for us to just insert the human interaction through, in between and kind of sprinkle it across the automated campaigns, because automation is fantastic. But as much as you have automation and bots and all of that stuff, people interact well with other people. And so having those phone calls and having those personal texts in between all of the other stuff is so important and effective. So we absolutely love HighLevel in that it just makes our job and it gives us an ability to communicate so effectively by using all that technology.
That's awesome. So one last question for you. How does it typically work? So I know you work directly with a lot of businesses. what, being as our community is marketing agencies, how does that relationship typically work? Do you go through the agency straight to the business? Is there white labeling involved? How do most people operate when it comes to engaging you for their clients?
Yeah, so we're already working with, at least a couple hundred agencies within the community. And so our relationship, and this is really the direction that our company is going in exclusively, our relationship is with the agency. And then on their behalf, we're servicing their clients. So we're following up on leads, and some of them are also having us do the inbound calls. So we're able to support the agency in providing a complete service. And that can be done in a couple of ways. We can be white labeled, so we can just be baked in and just represented as a part of the team of that agency because they can offer a full service solution. And then we also have agencies that prefer to just introduce us to their client where they say, okay, we're going to do lead gen for you. Here's our offering. And now go hire a dedicated office because that's who we work with to ensure that your leads turn into appointments.
Okay, cool. So it does go both ways. That's
so
awesome.
Again, flexibility.
Yeah, totally. Well, thanks again for coming on. I mean, I think dedicatedoffice.com is something the community should definitely check out if you're looking for, if you haven't thought about this yet and you're struggling with client retention, I think this is one of the first steps that you need to think about, right? Especially when you go in and look at how the leads are being handled. If you're not auditing your client's lead follow-up, it's likely pretty scary. I can remember some horror stories from when I would go listen to phone calls and things like that. And so if that's the case, it's definitely worth bringing in professionals to make sure, like Adi said, every lead needs to be responded to in 5 minutes or less. It's absolutely critical. You're leaving money on the table for your clients if it's not. So thanks for coming on to chat about it, Adi.
Thank you so much. Just a couple of other quick points that I want to just let everyone know. We're based in Texas. It's a U.S. call center, so all of our staff are here. They're all American, and so I know that for certain industries, it's important for that. It's important for that person who's reaching out and that front end communication to be local here in the States. So I just wanted to kind of let you guys know that as well.
Good point. And are there any industries that you don't engage with?
No.
Okay, cool. And so like medical, the staff's totally cool with medical clients and all that?
Yes, and we are HIPAA compliant.
Good. All right. Good to know. Awesome. Well, thanks for coming on, Adi. Thanks everybody for watching. We'll see you in the next one.